Going on, everybody? Robin here with AriesFireTarot. So guys, welcome to the channel. As I prepare to do a new moon tarot card reading for you, and this is going to be for all signs, so it doesn't matter what sign of the zodiac you are. New moon tends to impact people in different ways regardless of your astrology. So I have a new moon intention tarot spread in front of me, but I'm just going to use a couple of the card placements and use the Witch's Tarot to do this read for you. So I hope you do enjoy it, and definitely let me know in a comment what you think of the reading, and make sure you subscribe to the channel while you're here, guys, just so you can catch all my guidance as it comes out. I'm here to serve you guys on your journey. So I'm looking at doing the first card placement as what is emerging within you, which is very important as you sort of shed layers of your life and move into new facets and take on new challenges. So, okay, I'm going to do a deck cut and what is emerging within you. This is amazing. Okay, so this is a brilliant card to start off your reading with, and this is the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is really at the top of the food chain when it comes to being able to manifest in money. Just a really strong vibration of being able to understand how you can manipulate your feelings and your thoughts and control them to bring in what it is that you want. So this is going to be, maybe you've seen a couple of examples of things manifesting for you and understanding that it's not a coincidence. Oh, I just happened to think about that and then it happened. It's not a coincidence. That's called manifestation. It's not just a synchronicity. It's you actually vibing something right into your life. So I'm going to look at another card placement, which is how can I manifest my goals and intention. So many of you might just be having these glimmers of, well, you know, I was just thinking about having a coffee and somebody brought me one, you know, to my desk or wherever. Somebody came home with a coffee for you, or somebody offered to make you a coffee, and you're like, oh, well, that worked out nicely. So it's really not a coincidence again. So let's see what you can do there. Yeah, so you've got the Lover's card. So everything radiates from your ability to love. And love is the most powerful emotion. You know, if you were to look at sort of a diagram of all the layers of negative emotion as they go all the way up to the most positive emotion, at the top is love. So vibrating at the emotion of love. Hold on. Yikes, had to clear my throat. But anyway, so you can see that here. There's two people clearly enjoying some sort of manifestation of love in the presence of each other. But this can be the love that you, I don't know why I've got something going on with my throat this morning, you guys. Sorry about that. So, you know, sharing that feeling of love and just extending that feeling of love to everyone. And you can see that there's an angel in the background and she's making this grand sweeping gesture. And this is basically such a cool depiction of how it works. You know, just sending out your love to everyone and everything. Some days are going to be more challenging than others, obviously, but, you know, trying your best to really operate out of that vibration of love. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, just go ahead and look at that after the reading. But I mean, there's this new opportunity for you being unveiled, and many of you, I know from your comments and your emails and stuff like that, that you have been on a journey and you are really looking at who you are and maybe accepting yourself and doing the shadow work that needs to be done, and understanding that your dark side is still worthy of love. And this Lover's card can really represent how you feel for yourself too. It doesn't have to be outwardly like externalize to other people. It's the most important love is the love that you have for yourself. And you'll find that once you really start to maintain that, and move through your life that way, things will change for you because you'll start looking at things a little bit differently. So I did turn a card over and it did unfortunately barrel its way down to my feet. So hold on once again. Yeah, well, that was awkward. So the card that fell out is the Six of Pentacles. And this is, I always get the words, a reciprocation of energy. And this is exactly what is going on here. And you can see that the, the fatherly figure in the card is distributing wealth down to the children. And this could be you, being like blessing people as you walk by them. I don't know how many people are really, when you see people asking for money on the street or something like that, or you might just be a little bit exhausted for people asking for donations all the time. Like, do you constantly say no to that, or are you more selective and just, you might obviously not have enough money to, every time somebody asks you for money, you can't even check out at Walmart without it asking for a donation. Could be coming off your paycheck, and then there's somebody panhandling on the street. So you don't necessarily have to give a money exchange when you see stuff like that, especially if it is a human on the street. It's one thing to turn down an automated message on a cash out. But when you see somebody and they're on the street and they're sort of shaking their cup or whatever, and they're asking for money, or they've got their hat out, in my city, it's pretty rampant. There's panhandlers everywhere. So it's not possible to give money to every single person, but have you smiled at somebody lately, and sort of exhorted that energy of love here, that sweeping gesture of understanding that everybody has their own place and their own journey, and definitely not judging people as you walk past them as they're in that situation, because a lot of people are one or two paychecks away from not having anything. So at least smile at somebody, give some sort of positive energy, sort of, I'm getting the word snowflake that out, how it's so magical when the first snow of the season comes out and you're like, oh, it's so beautiful. And if you don't get snow in your area, I'd gladly trade with you. So there is something to be said with sharing more than finances with people, so if you can afford whatever you can afford, then do it. If it's only once a day or once a week or once a month, whatever you can afford, but you can always afford to open your heart. You can always afford to smile because it's free. And I read somewhere once that for people that are, earning their living on the streets, they say that the hardest thing for them is people acting like they're not there. So smiling and saying hello is just another way of like putting out that vibration of love that is going to be so important when it comes to the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, he's a very earthy guy, right? He's very down to earth. He would not look down at somebody in their time of need or at any time. He would just say, okay, cool, that's where you're at. So yeah, all the best, like have a good one. And then he would just keep on rocking on, with himself and not even really hesitate to get really emotionally tied to that situation, but he would give it some attention. And you do have Six of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, so there's a lot of opportunity for manifestation of the abundance of life, which is material wealth. That is what I'm getting here. So I'm going to pull one more card placement. So this is going to ask, like, what additional resources are available to you as you manifest your goals. And this is going to be the time where your goals are so close to you it could feel a little bit crowded for you right now, and you could be feeling like maybe a sense of overwhelm, and it's because everything you want is just, it's right there. It's like you could reach out and touch it, the way that the angel is reaching out in this Lover's card. So you could be having this sense of like, it's like there's too many people on the elevator right now. And that's because all your manifestations are basically knocking on your door. So if there's additional resources to help you feel less uncomfortable, I am getting that vibe from a lot of you right now. So let's see. Oh, man. So we have the Seven of Swords. So it's really saying to get rid of things that no longer serve you. There's something about this Seven of Swords in particular. In the Witch's Tarot, he's I don't know, he's like a shyster a little bit. Like, he skeeves me out completely. So there could be actually, what could help you manifest is to get rid of people, or not like literally, like I'm not in the mafia. But anyway, like on your friends list, or people that if you never reached out to them, you would never hear from them again, you know. Stop giving people access to you if they don't really deserve a place in your life, like depending on how you feel about that. But it's time to cut the dead weight here, and that could really help open you up for this vibration of love, you know. And if you're putting too much energy into relationships, it can be really draining for you, and that is going to I had a really good word, but it's gone. You know, you can't put your energy into something that is wasting your time and then still have lots of energy to manifest. So that's what I'm seeing there. Time to really like cut the dead weight and move on. And I know it sounds a little bit harsh when I talk about people as dead weight, but if you had a name pop into your head when I was talking about that, then guess what? You know, that's your dead weight. I think we all have people like that where you really just want them to be your friend, or like, why doesn't that person return my crush? And, you know, you're giving people access and you're sending them funny memes and like, hey, good morning. And it's not doing you any good, especially if all you get back is like an LOL, or, you know, an emoticon or something like that. And you're like, and then you feel like, oh, you know, you don't want that. You don't. You want this. This is, sometimes you have to keep your circle really small to ensure that the energy exchange is going to be on a really high level. So I'll pull one more card for that. Oh my God. So you're not being really shown what you can do in addition to what you're already doing, because pulling the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles is showing me, you know, that you guys are doing a really good job of understanding the manifestation process and being able to, you know, work your affirmations, and you're doing a great job. So what Spirit is saying with these cards, particularly with the Ten of Swords, and again with the Seven of Swords, it's time to end negative cycles in your life and take control of that. And stop trying harder than other people, you know, because that's not cool. It just leaves you feeling in such a deficit. And you're like, why did I even text that person? Anybody else guilty of that? And then they don't respond. And then you just feel really crappy. So, and then that's gonna like dampen your ability and even your desire to manifest for you, because you're gonna take a hit to your feelers, and you don't want that. So who is responding to you? Who is initiating at least, you know, 40 to 50% of your communications? Who is responding to you on Facebook, text message, email? You know, who's reaching out with phone calls? You know, if they haven't heard from you in a couple days, these are the people that deserve a spot in your life. Not dude like this, look at this, look at that face, like, yeah, you know this person, so it's time to. And then the Ten of Swords is just saying, yeah, it's time for that crap to end, you know, so that you can just continue on with this more elevated vibration here. And I'm just being guided to pull one more card, and I usually don't do such a long-winded new moon reading, but you're welcome. So anyway, Yeah. I'm going to pull one more card, and I'm looking at this card placement that says, what is emerging with me in me? So I like that. Oh man. Oh, these cards. So we do have the Five of Pentacles here. So this card reminds you that there's always prosperity available, even when things seem a little bit bleak. This Five of Pentacles tree is like, oh, I'm freezing, you know, and I'm nakers, you know, and the leaves are all gone, but he's like, I've still got all my pentacles and they still look pretty glam. So this is the wasteland of people that no longer serve you in your life, you know, because you're trying hard to do your blooming and moving ahead, and King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, but these people or groups, or it doesn't matter if they're family, you know, they're making you feel like this, and you know, so it's time to really do something about that, you guys. Very interesting, but you still have this really core solidity of belief, but there are people stripping it away from you. Here, look at that. You want to go stand outside in that? If you do, just move to Manitoba, where I live, because it's coming. So very interesting reading here, you guys. It's time to understand the power of your ability to manifest and how your connections can weaken those powers. So, all right, I'm gonna stop yapping. It's gone on long enough, but I hope it made sense as I sort of meandered through the messages from spirit guides, and I'm seriously just gonna say goodbye for now. Love and light, guys. Bye.